Down in these waters I may feel better, feel wetter, feel more like myself, feel nothing, feel something, a weightless relief. Down in my bedroom I wait for comfort, for safety, feel more like myself, feel nothing, feel something, a social relief. I don't know why I feel comfortable eating it all up. I don't know why I'm so gullible eating it all up. I don't know why I'm so comfortable eating it all up. I don't know why I'm so gullible eating it all up. Good morning. So this week I have been spending the week alone, dog sitting my beautiful puppy, and I have been going to many thrift stores looking for a watch. Just a simple watch, that's all I want. Can I find a watch anywhere? No. And I want one from a thrift store because I want a watch that is pre-owned, that is like a good watch that I'm not paying like $100 for. I can't describe to you how difficult it is. Anyway, I am here to show you my thrift haul and everything that I got this week at thrift stores. Let's start with this hat that I got for my boyfriend. And I also might steal it every now and then. It's a pretty cute hat, but I did buy it for him. It's not mine, and so I can't just wear it all the time. I got some bags. I'm not really like a bag person. I kind of just use whatever I have. And I've been using a tote bag for ages, which is, hi Rox, which is annoying because tote bags kind of suck. So I found this little satchel. It's like crocheted. It's pretty good. It's very soft. And I also got this bag, which I've already started using, and it's like a leather messenger bag satchel thing. And it's got a pretty good amount of room in it. Thumbs up from George. I also bought a new wallet because I've been using this like pink one, which is, every time I pull it out to use it at a shop, I feel like a little kid because it's got like a cat on it with like a bow charm, which is cute, but sometimes it's a little bit like childish. So I got a new wallet, which is green, which really matches my outfit today. What else did I get? Oh, I got this skirt. It's like a little denim skirt. I don't have enough summer clothes, and so I'm on the hunt for skirts and shorts. Along with thrift stores, I've also been going to many secondhand bookstores. Don't pay $30 for a book every time you want to read a book. Go to secondhand bookstores, they're so cheap. I got all of these books probably for like nothing over $7. Oh wait, this one's $8. With books at the moment, I just want to go in blind. Like if I get a recommended book, I will read it if I trust the person. And two, if I pick up the blurb and I'm like, yeah, that sounds like something I would like, I'll read it. Like you can't know if you're gonna like a book unless you read it. Unless you like know that it's not your genre, or you read the blurb and you're like, you know, war history, like I'm not gonna want to read that. But if it's something that's like kind of, you know, you get a little instinct, it's like just read it, because you never know what, like you never know what's in there. The story is in here, it's not here. I think there's a saying for that. I got Tennessee Williams' Streetcar Named Desire, and I read this in high school for drama. I was, you know, like 16, so I'm like, it's very short as well. And so I was like, I want to see what all the fuss is about. When I read this, it's only $3, and so I was like, I'm gonna give it another go. I know that I like Tennessee Williams. I remember seeing The Glass Menagerie in high school. We went out on a school trip and we saw that, and I loved that. And yeah, so I know I like his writing, and this is iconic. I found this book called Ruth by Elizabeth Gaskell. I don't know what it's like. I think it's like a feminist book. I don't know. Gaskell's depiction of Ruth lays bare Victorian hypocrisy and sexual double standards, and her novel is a remarkable story of love, of the sanctuary and tyranny of the family, and the consequences of lies and deception. So I think it's like a very old book. I'll give it a go. I also got this, A Fraction of the Whole by Steve Toltz. This is an Australian book. It apparently has like a comedic kind of energy to it. Don't know if it's strictly a comedy book, but it's like, I think it's a little bit of like family trauma mixed in with like comedic disarming, which always a fun time. So got Memoirs of a Geisha by Arthur Golden, which is something that I've been on my list for many years. Have never read it, but I know it's a very popular book, and also got turned into a movie. Is this the movie cover? I think it might be, because it says, now a major motion picture. I got this other book, which feels like a little bit of a gem. It's called Before the Coffee Gets Cold by Toshikazu Kawaguchi. And it's a Japanese book about time travel and a coffee shop. For some reason, I've been watching a lot of time travel related things lately. I've recently watched The Lazarus Project season 2, which came out, which was kind of disappointing in comparison to season 1. I hate when TV shows do that. Maybe it should have just ended at season 1. And then I watched after that Looper, which was a very nice reprieve from Lazarus Project season 2. That movie is so well written, like in terms of enjoyability and engagement. Like I was there the whole time. This is not about that, it's about the book I got. And so I thought, when I saw this, I was like, it's a small book, and I've been for some reason surrounded by lots of time travel at the moment, not literally. So continue the theme, why don't we? I'm keen to get back to a physical book. I'm currently reading on my Kindle. This is not a BookTube account, although sometimes I wish it was, because I feel like the format of BookTube is so comfy, because you can just, there's so many books in the world and you can just do hauls, and I love list themed videos, and I'm really struggling to figure out like what are some list themed videos that you can do for fiber arts realistically. Besides when you get like new yarn or new fiber, sometimes I wish I had the structure that BookTube has for FiberTube. I don't know if that's a word. I don't know if people use that. FiberTube. No, I won't start using it. It's kind of ugly. It doesn't have the same ring to it as BookTube. Anyway, I just realized that I forgot to make a tea this morning. I just jumped straight into the pancakes. I had pancakes for breakfast. Slightly aggressive, but okay. Oopsie. Don't cry over spilled milk. Come on, guys. I just like put down a book. I never do that. I feel like rude when I do that, like when you give up on a book, but it was like unbearable. Sorry if you like this book. I was reading this before the coffee gets cold and it's a bit shit. Sorry. So now I'm reading a Bukowski book instead. Let's go back to the depressing shit. Do you like it? I'm almost done with my spin. I've got one roll lag left and I think I want to learn how to chain ply for this spin because it's taking me a really long time. It's taken me all week to be able to like sit down and focus on spinning and I'm honestly like pretty over it. And so I don't want to spin like a whole other bobbin of this amount before I can even like ply it together. That's just out of impatience. And so I want to learn how to chain ply, which is where I believe it ends up being a 3-ply yarn and you do it from the one bobbin. I'm gonna try that with this because I just want to see it done. And in a negative lens, that's me being impatient. In a positive lens, it's an opportunity to learn a new skill. And I'm taking the positive lens. I don't think that's ever a bad thing to listen to your feelings and then, you end up learning something out of it. In a way, I've been very unproductive this week, like fiber arts wise, but I have read a lot of books and I've been exploring out in the world. You can't go back there, pup. And I've been hanging out with my puppy. So it's been like a really nice week. Not completely nice. I've honestly had a lot of anxiety this week. I don't like spending time alone. I mean, I like it. I actually kind of love spending time alone, but only for short periods. I'm in a long-term relationship and I like hanging out with my boyfriend, okay? Like, he's my best friend and I like hanging out with him. I enjoy his company. And being alone for a week when you like live with someone that you actually enjoy hanging out with is like, well, this is kind of shit, isn't it? So yeah, alone time's not all it's cracked up to be. It's great in certain aspects and I do like it, but I really struggle to self-motivate. And when I'm alone, I go down a lot of anxiety spirals more frequently because I just realize like you can't distract yourself as much with like the presence of someone else, and so you're kind of just alone with your brain and exposed to the elements. That is my inner dialogue. And that's scary as shit, but it's also reminding me that that's an area that I need to work on a little bit, which is okay. It's okay to admit and realize that you have some things you need to work on still. But I forgot what I was saying. Oh yeah, it's also just reminding me that, we are capable of working through things and coping with tough feelings. And that is something that I'm like really afraid of, is having to like trust that I can cope with difficult feelings and move through them. And some days this week I haven't been able to necessarily move through them in like a positive way very quickly, but this is where reading has come in really, really handy, because it's like more than ever it's been a little refuge to escape into, and to just remind myself that, one, it's okay for me to like sit for a little while and just do something I enjoy, and two, just puts a little perspective back into my world of things are not that bad and you can enjoy hanging out with yourself. So yeah, it's been important to spend some time alone, even though it's not my favorite thing to do, and I love being around people. People meaning like, you know, people that I've chosen to spend my life with. I don't like being around people very much at all for a long time. But, you know, when you're with someone that you love, oftentimes it doesn't feel like you're just with people. You're with like an extended part of yourself, and it's comfortable. So I am keen to get back to my usual routine and my studio and Caleb and my own kitchen and just my own bed, all that shit that you end up missing. But yeah, I don't know. I'm trying to finish this spin today because I haven't really been doing much of that, because when I get out of my routine, for some reason everything else kind of starts falling apart, and I can't do the things that I would usually do in my day-to-day life. So I never get much work done. I always bring a lot of work, but I never get as much done as I want to. So yeah. Well, I'm almost at the end of my roll lag, so I guess I'll see you while I learn to chain ply.
Here for the tutorial, we will go ahead and start. Is to use a tensioned lazy Kate. It's really key for this ply. A lot of people will get really helpful. So I'm switching to my double treadle. Very end of the chain ply is just going to be a loss, and I fold it in half of my chain ply adventure. A lot of people find that it helps them to think of this as a crochet chain.
What is an overhand knot?
Just like that.
Okay, I get it now. That was a little confusing for a while. Okay, I did the chain ply, but she looks pretty good. I quite liked the motion of it. Like, I liked how it felt. It was very like flow-like. I'm gonna put it on my niddy noddy. I don't think I'm gonna wash it or anything while I'm up here. I might just take it off the bobbin and then do that when I get home. It does feel very satisfying to do a 3-ply spin off one bobbin instead of spinning like 3 bobbins worth of singles. It definitely feels and looks a little bit different to a 3-ply that you've done from 3 separate bobbins. I don't know what it is, but something, it looks a little slightly different, but I quite like it, and this color is beautiful. This is still to date my first time using blue, like making a blue skein of yarn. It's got some yellow in there too, and it's nice because the blue and the yellow, it's like, now when they've been blended together, they kind of look like there's some green in there too. So it's very like ocean-like, which is very fitting considering I'm on the coast.
If we holler
such an exciting part of spinning.